This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. The weather is still hot and humid today, and when you factor in the heat index, it's pushing us into the danger zone.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit toasty out there for the second day in a row. We are in an alert day for that extreme heat. Meteorologist Kelly Sifka is out on the weather patio with a look at your first wind forecast. Kelly?
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. It is kind of a repeat of what we had yesterday. It's really that humidity that's pushing that heat index close to 100 for some. In fact, actually, what they're reporting in Middleton, they have a dew point in the upper 70s, and it feels like 104. 103 in Verona. Madison at the airport official station here locally. 96 is what it feels like. Either way, it's one of those soupy, sultry late afternoon evenings, and that's going to be the case right through this evening with these heat indices up in the mid to upper 90s, even getting close to 100 for some. As you get along the Wisconsin River Valley, in those valleys, that's where that moisture can really pool, so that's why it feels like 100 currently in Boscobel. All right, dew points are the reason. 69 in Madison, but we even have some low 70s. That's putting it in that oppressive category. The good news is we do have a little bit of wind, so if you're getting in that wind, that may provide a little bit of relief from the high heat and humidity, but definitely take it easy. We've also had a few clouds here locally over Madison, but no rain from these clouds. In fact, you have to go over to parts of Minnesota, and they actually are expecting a big cluster of storms to continue to fire up. They do have a tornado watch for most of Minnesota and a severe thunderstorm watch in Iowa. That severe weather outbreak is going to stay off to our west, but we can expect some of those showers and storms to roll in later on tonight, and it won't be as hot tomorrow. We do take a look at some chances of showers and storms. That'll continue basically on a daily basis right through Saturday. We'll have that for you coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Wisconsin is hosting another visit from a presidential campaign today.
Former President Donald Trump is holding a rally in Racine, and that's where we find political reporter Will Keneally with more. Will, how is it there?
Yeah, so as you can hear behind me, the rally is still going on. President's stop is his third visit to Wisconsin this year, and it comes less than a month before the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee in July. It also comes less than a week after reported comments that he made in a closed-door Republican meeting, calling Milwaukee a horrible city. Now, at the top of his speech, he addressed those comments.
I was the one that picked Milwaukee, I have to tell you. I was the one that picked it. These lying people that they say, oh, he doesn't like Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. I said, you got to fix the crime. We all know that. You got to make sure the election's honest. But I'm the one that picked Milwaukee. Student loan program.
Now, we spoke with Trump surrogate and Wisconsin Congressman Brian Stile. He pointed to Milwaukee crime as a possible reason for where those comments came from. And we heard about public safety throughout the former president's speech today, especially focusing on immigration. I'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting from Racine, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. The Madison Police Department is investigating an increase in fraud cases involving retirement accounts. Police say victims receive a message from their bank saying that the victim made a transfer connected to illegal activity. Victims are then asked to call a number where they're transferred to another line. They are then asked to drain the money from their retirement account and send it to someone to investigate the fraud. Once all of the money is drained, the victim is asked to buy gold and transfer that. Madison police encourage everyone, talk with your bank first if someone contacts you and says you transferred money out of your account.
Opiate-related deaths and substance abuse continue to be a top issue for Wisconsin law enforcement.
Today, the Rock County Sheriff's Office was recognized for its work at reducing harm, receiving a grant as part of the National Opioid Settlement. Kyle Pozorski was there and joins us now with the details. Kyle?
Well, it was this past April when the State Department of Health Services provided several law enforcement agencies with grants to help end the opioid epidemic. Of the 12 that received grants, Rock County was one, given one of the largest financial helps to the tune of $328,000. Today, Attorney General Josh Call was joined by Sheriff Kurt Fell, along with other members of the state DHS and Sheriff's Office, each saying this funding will certainly help in their goal to end opioid-related harm and death.
Is substantial. It will help make a difference in our community and hopefully fight the opioid issues that we've had throughout our throughout Rock County as a whole.
April's grants led to close to $2 million being distributed. The Rock County Sheriff's Office plans to use its funds to educate and train staff on opioid use disorder. The Sheriff's Office also wants the funding to help treat jail residents struggling with the same disorder. Wisconsin on the whole will receive more than $750 million from the opioid settlement litigation through 2038.
Kyle, thank you. There are many ways to fight off the heat. Drinking water, heading inside with AC, and today, several ice cream shops around Madison were full of people eating a few scoops of their favorite ice cream, fighting off that heat. And with the official start of summer just a few days away, customers are piling in.
Definitely picks up. It was 700 scoops of ice cream per week, I want to say. So yeah, that's definitely an increase. Definitely get a workout in on our ice cream scooping arms.
And if you're not partaking in the sweet treat to stay cool, remember to wear light-colored clothing, stay hydrated, and wear sunscreen when you're out in peak daylight hours.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, we're giving you a look at the 5th annual Levi Lynchide Memorial Golf Outing.
Josh Bryder shows us the event and how it's impacting our local communities. Next when we return on Live at 4.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Oh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Many window installers lack proper training. At Next Door and Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our installers are certified and trained to ensure your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all. And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Red flag warnings have been extended through tonight in parts of Southern California and 600 miles east in New Mexico.
And with that, wildfires are growing at an alarming rate. Carter Evans is in Gorman, California with the latest.
Nearly 8,000 people in the southern New Mexico town of Ruidoso are under evacuation orders after the South Fork fire grew by nearly 300% in one day to more than 5,000 acres with no containment. The town ranks second in the nation for a significant risk of catastrophic fire due to its thick surrounding forests. Further west in California, crews are fighting back the post-fire from the air and the ground. By last night, it had ballooned to more than 15,000 acres just 2 days after igniting in Gorman.
And right now, the wind is a big challenge.
It is. We're in red flag conditions right now.
L.A. County Fire Captain Sheila Kelleher-Burko told us wind gusts topping 60 miles per hour paired with dry vegetation have made the fire hard to contain.
Battling steep terrain, low humidity, and some higher temperatures.
More than a dozen fires are burning across California. The Tuscany fire ignited in Palm Springs yesterday, temporarily closing the city's popular tramway. Up north, hundreds of people have been told to leave their homes in Sonoma County since the Point Fire broke out on Sunday.
I think we're going to see a greatly increased level of fire activity this year.
UCLA climate scientist Daniel Swain.
The good news is essentially that it's been wet the last couple of years, but that is going to be fading shortly as these conditions continue to rapidly warm up, dry out, and get windier.
Climate scientists say the start of the fire season here in California and the Southwest is basically near normal right now, or perhaps even a little slower than usual. But with all the fuel from the wet winter that we had, it could last longer and potentially be more intense. Carter Evans, CBS News, Gorman, California.
The Summer Olympics kicks off in just a little bit over a month on July 26th in Paris. But already some people are concerned scorching temperatures could impact the games and endanger athletes. The last time Paris hosted the Summer Olympics was in 1924. Back then, it was about 5.5 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than it is today. In a new report from the University of Portsmouth, athletes and scientists both warn this summer's combination of heat and humidity could be dangerous.
The humidity is really what adds to the heat stress on our bodies. And so it increases the risk of heat-related illnesses from dizziness, heat cramps, exhaustion, all the way to heat stroke. So it really puts these athletes in a dangerous position.
It's something that needs to be addressed pretty urgently for sport to continue as it is.
With many Olympic events outdoors, the report recommends scheduling more events in the evenings or moving the games to a cooler time of the year.
Very interesting. Around here, I've seen a lot of people running and biking early in the morning to try to beat the heat. It's another hot and humid one outside. Kelly's on the patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, it is another hot and humid day, very similar to what we had yesterday. The only good thing, I guess, if you will, we do have a breeze that is providing a little bit of relief. I'm not getting that breeze relief right now, but yeah, it is a sultry afternoon. We do have some relief on the way. You see this cold front moving across Minnesota. That's going to fire up some big storms off to our west. And eventually this cold front is just going to slowly slide through southern Wisconsin as we go into tomorrow morning. And that will bring us some relief. Still going to be humid, still going to be warm, but not the 90s that we've seen the last couple of days. And look at these dew point temperatures across not only southern Wisconsin, but you go all the way up to northern parts of the state. Yeah, Superior's an outlier. Simply they're getting that cool breeze coming off Lake Superior. But dew point temperatures in the 70s in Minneapolis, and that's what's going to fuel some of these stronger storms. Our heat index in the mid-90s right now, but as we go through the evening hours, these heat indices will still be into the 80s, so really not getting any relief until we get later on tonight. So we do have the first warn alert day because of the hot temperatures, the high heat index up close to 100 for some this evening, all of southern Wisconsin, and a lot of this will start to get better as we go through later tonight going into tomorrow, as we will see some somewhat cooler temperatures tomorrow. We're still going to be above average as we look at our 6 to 10 day outlook, and you can see much of the country above average. The only cooler than average temperatures are going to be in the Pacific Northwest. You are those big storms that have been firing up, and actually they've had a tornado warning in southern Canada just north of Minnesota there. So that's the area that's going to fire up some big storms. Looks like most of those are going to weaken as they reach into southern Wisconsin a little bit later on tonight. Right now across southern Wisconsin, we just have the heat, the sun out here, and that's what's keeping us very sticky. All right, the rain chances will be with us. They will be ramping up later tonight, tomorrow, and into Thursday, and then again on Saturday. So we do have rain chances. There's going to be plenty of dry periods over this 7-day period, but going into the weekend, it looks like it will be fairly active, at least with these rounds of storms. So temperatures still at 90 at 6 o'clock. As we go through the evening hours, quiet, but you see some of those storms rolling out of southeastern Minnesota, reaching western parts of the state. As we get toward midnight, some of these may creep into south central Wisconsin, the Madison area, but they will weaken as they move towards us. We're a lot more stable. The atmosphere is a lot more stable here in southern Wisconsin. Now, as that cold front gets a little bit closer to us by tomorrow afternoon, that could trigger a couple of storms firing up, and you notice the temperatures in the mid-80s in Janesville. We're dropping in the upper 70s in Madison with some of these storms in the vicinity here by the late afternoon hours, and only in the lower to mid-70s areas to the west. That's because that cold front is just going to be kind of hanging out over south central Wisconsin, but we could see a stronger storm pop up. And if you do get under one of these stronger storms, you could pick up a quick quarter, maybe a half of an inch. I think most of us will see generally a tenth of an inch or less. 90 right now in Madison, 91 in Janesville, and across Dane County, we're all sitting in the upper 80s and low 90s, so it is going to be another steamy evening. 82 expected tomorrow, 84 on Thursday, some scattered showers and storms. I think we're going to get back in that higher heat and humidity on Friday, maybe even this Saturday before we start to see some cooler temperatures by Sunday and going into next week. Things look a little bit quieter and not quite as hot going into much of next week. That's good news. All right. Thank you, Kelly. The Levi Lynchide Memorial Golf Outing is marking 5 years in the 608 this week.
Josh Spreiter's in Cuba City with the positive impact this event is having on communities in southwest Wisconsin.
We're at Cole Acres where the Levi Lynchide Memorial Outing will be happening this coming Saturday. We're talking about 5 years of making a difference right here in southwest Wisconsin, which is what Levi was all about. There's a lot going on. There's golf, of course. They're playing euchre right here. There's also going to be auction items. We've got a few of them here this morning. These are just a couple of them to give you an idea of what will be on for auction this weekend. You've got the Wisconsin Badger basketball plaque. You have a nice homemade quilt here, something that's super unique, and also these cool bar stools. Take a look at this. Of course, the Wisconsin Badger theme. You have the Live Like Levi on the back by Levi's good friend Woody. These are going to be up for auction this coming Saturday. And of course, a lot of fun's going to be happening back at the Back Bar and Annex in Platteville, one of Levi's favorite places. And Leah is joining us. Good to have you down here at Cole Acres this year. Good for you to be joining us.
It is nice to be here. It's been a minute.
It has been a little bit. So, you know, let's talk about 5 years of making an impact. There have been so many people that have been positively impacted by the Live Like Levi Memorial Fund.
And you know that's exactly what Levi wanted. If you knew him growing up, he was always about giving back to his community, his family, his friends. And we've been so honored to be able to continue that legacy. We've helped upwards of 500 students with scholarships for college, most of them in the Highland area, our hometown, but really across southwest Wisconsin, upwards of $15,000. And that's thanks to folks at home who've donated through the News 3 Now airwaves, and especially this southwest Wisconsin community. You folks have really stepped up and supported our family.
So Saturday's event, you know, there's a lot going on. There's golf, there's euchre, there's going to be games, fun. And really, it's for you guys, it's all about just like hearing some of those memories. You love when people come up to see just how much of an impact Levi had on their life.
It's all about continuing his impact, right? But we love to hear the stories that you had of Levi when he was here with us. It makes my parents' day. It lights us up. We talk about them for weeks afterward. But even if you didn't know Levi, we love to see folks come out and say, hey, we heard about Levi. We've heard about his stories, and we want to come out and support you. That support just means the world to my family.
You know, when you think of the southwest Wisconsin community giving back through an event like this and seeing how many people it's impacting, that's exactly what Levi would have wanted, right? Like, that has to be, you know, obviously super heartwarming for you guys to know that there's still a difference being made right here, where you guys, this is your home.
You know, it feels like a piece of him is still with us in every single kid that gets to live out his dream. We specifically choose students who are going into a healthcare career, like he was hoping to do. He was a fitness trainer, and he was hoping to get into chiropractic school. And that's been our push, is to support folks getting into the healthcare industry with our hope that Levi's values of kindness and giving back and love and support will continue and make a difference for countless folks in the healthcare system, starting with these students.
So for you at home right now, this is your chance to be able to give back. We have a QR code that we're putting up on the screen. Pull out your phone. We're making it super easy. And this Venmo account will go right back to Levi's fund if you are unable to come out on Saturday. Or even if you can, this is another easy opportunity for people to give back. And Leah, for you just to know, you know, 5 years making a difference already, it's pretty exciting to see just how much of an impact we're going to continue to make here in the future.
It is. It is. It means the world not only to my family, but to these students that you're making a difference for. So it's not just about Levi. It's about the next generation of Levi's, the next generation of folks in the healthcare system. So come on out, come celebrate with us, have a drink, or just come say hi and support what we're trying to do here in southwest Wisconsin.
Making a difference in the 608. We'll have all this information and the QR code up on channel3000.com as well. With Leah Lynchide in Cuba City, I'm Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
about so much more than golf. The
Yeah,
golf is just a bonus. Go out and support the Linscheid family and the impact that Levi continues to make.
I know, it's such an awesome, so awesome to see what Lee and her family continue to do to carry on his legacy, for sure.
Absolutely. There's a lot more coming up on Live at 4 right after the break.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with a look at some sizzling steak recipes that'll spice up your summer cookout. Next on Live at 4.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Larson's Platinum Storm Door is the perfect marriage of strength and beauty. For a limited time only, when you purchase a Window World entry door, you'll get $100 off a Larson Platinum Storm Door.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
I'm exhausted and really need help. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing, and I'm scared I'll choose the wrong one.
Sounds like you've got mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, we make things easy. Our sleep counselors are here to help guide you to find the best mattress solution. No jargon, just support.
I'd like to sleep on it.
Sure, no pressure here.
No, I'd like to take this home and sleep on it.
Visit Slumberland. Stop stressing and start sleeping. Shop risk-free with our 365-night guarantee.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Certain this is going to work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We're joined by Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council. This is peak grilling season now. Summer's essentially here. Lots going on, don't
And you know it's hot when it's too hot to be outside grilling.
Okay, like if we weren't in TV makeup, we could be outside grilling.
Right.
I was like, oh, we're gonna melt on the patio.
What are you making today?
And actually, this recipe that I had picked for today is a skillet recipe.
Oh, great.
Because I'm gonna make a really fun sauce. Super easy recipe, 4-ingredient sauce for flat iron steak. So I went ahead and just did my nice cast iron skillet. I did a little bit extra virgin olive oil, and then I salt and peppered a flat iron steak.
Now, what cut is a flat iron?
So flat iron's from the chuck. It's the top blade muscle. It lays right on the blade bone, so it's very tender. So it's the second most tender cut behind the tenderloin. But since it's from the chuck, it's got a really good beefy flavor. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It usually comes in the supermarket pre-packaged, and it's about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. So this was about 1.5 pounds. And yeah, use your meat thermometer. It takes a little bit longer to cook than a traditional steak because it puffs up. It's got so much internal marbling because it's so tender. It kind of puffs up. It's really fun. It takes about 20 minutes, but watch your thermometer.
Okay.
Then let it rest like all your other steaks. Now, the sauce. 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. It is June, dairy month, so there's our dairy, right? 1/4 cup of like a country style or coarse grain Dijon. 2 tablespoons bourbon.
Oh.
So the recipes I picked for this month were kind of Father's Day themed. Do you know we're after Father's Day?
Yeah.
Everybody likes bourbon, right? Maybe? Yes.
Most people, yeah.
If you don't have bourbon at home and you don't want to buy it, just put in cup. You wouldn't even put anything. It's such a small amount, but you could do a little apple cider.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or even a beef stock.
Okay.
Okay, this won't take long. So
And
we're
it
gonna
just
let this
thickens
thing
up.
out. Just thickens up. It only takes a couple minutes. Now, my second recipe, I've got these little kind of mini kebabs, and they'd be perfect for an appetizer, but they're top sirloin steak, so very economical, just a little red pepper. Just salt and peppered them. I did those on the grill before I came, and then that sauce is creamy peanut butter, whiskey, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of garlic.
Well, that sounds like a good
and whipped
combination.
cream.
So is it
or
sweeter?
whipping cream.
Is it a sweeter sauce or?
It's kind of, have you ever tried the peanut butter whiskey?
Yeah, I have.
It's like that,
Okay.
but with a cream based with the heavy whipping cream. And then there's a little crushed red pepper in there at the end to give it kind of, you know how that spicy peanut Thai flavor?
Sure.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
And you can kind of taste the whiskey, but not really.
Okay.
It's really good if you like peanut butter.
Did you do these on the grill or on the stove?
So I did those inside of my little electric grill at the office.
And how many minutes on a side for
Not
kebabs?
very long for kebabs. I do 3 minutes, kind of roll it, another 3, roll it, and you just kind of have to eyeball them because they're too small to put
That sauce smells really good.
It looks delicious too.
And then we're gonna sprinkle with a little fresh chive. But yeah, 4 ingredients, super easy. 1 pan meal, perfect if it's raining. We've been having a lot of rainy nights. Or perfect if it's too hot to grill.
And then what are you topping with? Just some green onions, some chives?
Just a little chive. BeefTips.com is our Wisconsin Beef Council website. We've got links to the recipes there, plus some other fun recipes I picked with bourbon and whiskey, and I'm just kind of gonna have a nice fun theme for June.
All right. Well,
fantastic. All right, Ange, thank you.
You're welcome.
For all the recipes, as Angie just mentioned, they have so many for summer. If you're looking for anything new to try with beef, go to beeftips.com, or you can check out the Wisconsin Beef Council on Facebook or on Instagram.
Definitely looking forward to that. And coming up next on Live at 4, Madison is one of the safest cities to walk in.
We'll show you the numbers to back that claim up when Live at 4 returns.
Madison is on the road. We have found ourselves in Evansville at Larson Acres, and we're talking to this wonderful farmer, Miss Sandy. Now, you grew up just down the road, 5th generation farmer. What does this farm mean to you?
There's a lot of history here at Larson Acres. I'm 5th generation. My grandma and grandpa bought this site in 1957, and we've been growing with our family and our employees ever since.
How proud are you to be farming with family, to be continuing this amazing dairy tradition?
To be farming with my parents and uncle, my kids, I mean, it's so rewarding each and every day.
Now, there's so many ways that you and your family and your farm really give outreach to the community. The 4-H kids who may not have a cow to show at the fair. Tell us what you do.
We love that. We have calves available for some local kids to go to Rock County Fair that don't have a cow at home. So we give them those heifers to show, and they teach them responsibility, and they get to have something to show at the fair.
How important is that to teach the next generation, one, how to care for animals, and the whole 4-H theme?
So 4-H and work ethic and just care of animals is so important. Those are good traits for those kids to learn, right?
Absolutely. And some big exciting news here in Evansville. Tell us about the pool.
Yeah, the Evansville's got a brand new pool opening up at the beginning of June Dairy Month, and we're proud sponsors to make that happen here in Evansville.
Thank you for all you do. Thank you for continuing the tradition and keeping dairy strong in the state of Wisconsin.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to support Wisconsin dairy farmers with your favorite dairy products.
Like cheese curds and ice cream.
From Larson Acres in Evansville,
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Get an 11% rebate on exterior lights at Menards. Enhance the look of your home and find your style with over 50 in-stock outdoor lighting options from Patriot Lighting on sale. Get the Santa Fe wall light in white or black, now $15.99 after rebate. Shop our great selection of motion sensing lights. We have a wide range of styles and finishes. Right now, get an 11% rebate on all motion sensing wall lights.
Save big money at Menards.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now live at 4, moving forward.
Let's take a look outside. This is where you want to be, near the lake or on a boat on the lake. The weather words today, staying muggy and stormy. Kelly is out on the weather patio. No storms on the way this afternoon, though, right, Kelly?
No, it looks like we're okay up until about midnight, and I think even then it's just going to be some lingering showers and storms roll through. But we are sultry out here, feeling like a sauna, especially if you are out of the wind. This is our current heat index right now, 95 in Madison, 97 in Janesville, and along the Wisconsin River Valley, getting close to 100 right now in Boscobel. And we do have some triple-digit heat indices being reported out to the west and Middleton. Their dew point temperature, for some reason, is shooting off the charts in the upper 70s, while most of the dew points are sitting near 70. In fact, our dew point right now at 69 in Madison. It is 70 in Janesville, and we've got 72 in Lone Rock and 73 in Boscobel. That's where that moisture really pools, and that's why it feels so uncomfortable, even almost oppressive when you get these dew point temperatures above 70. So, yeah, take it easy. I know we do have a bit of a breeze, but if you are doing any activity, especially while the sun is still up, and it's going to be out for a while yet because we almost have the longest day of the year coming our way on Thursday. All right, the winds are at least helping out a little bit. Right now, sustained winds of 17 in Madison, 20, though, in Janesville. We did have a few clouds around, but more sun peeking through now as we're getting into the late afternoon hours. Most of the storms are out west. They're really expecting quite a bit of storm activity across Minnesota down into Iowa. In fact, they do have a tornado watch out there in effect until midnight, and also a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of Iowa. So we do have chances of showers going up later tonight, mainly after midnight. Could see a couple of rumbles of thunder, especially areas to the west. It won't be as hot tomorrow, and we will have more chances of some storms throughout the week, even into Saturday. It's 90 officially in Madison, the actual temperature. Middleton 91, and Fitchburg at 91 as well. 90 with the southerly wind at 17. We'll look at quiet conditions this evening. I think our chances of rain will go up after midnight tonight. And we've got more chances going into tomorrow. We'll track that for you coming up.
All right, sounds good, Kelly. Thank you. If you use the River Food Pantry on Madison's north side, you may have to find another option for the next couple of days.
They're closed today because of a broken air conditioning unit, and they'll be closed again tomorrow in observance of Juneteenth.
Armand Rahman is live at the pantry. Armand, how can someone get food in the meantime?
Well, Susan and Jalen, they can get food out here with those Food Now lockers. But before we get to that, the River's Director of Operations did tell me that the River Pantry's cold food storage options are all working properly. Now, Director of Operations Helen Osborne-Senatus says staff noticed yesterday that the AC kept tripping the breaker, but they expect the AC to be back up and running by Thursday and Friday. They're still committed to making sure folks are supported with their new Food Now lockers out front.
The whole reason that we at the River offer food through 8 different programs is so food can be accessible as often as possible. And this program, Food Now, is meant for situations like this.
And these are those Food Now lockers out on the Darwin Road side of the food pantry there. All you need to do is scan that QR code with your phone. Then you'll get a form that texted to you that you have to fill out, a very short form. And then you'll also get the combination. You enter the combination in the lock, take out the food that you want, and then put the lock back in and close the door. They are stocked with shelf-stable food every single day, and that person is here today as well, and that is available to each person once every 72 hours. For now, live on Madison's north side, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Madison is ranked #2 when it comes to the safest cities for pedestrians.
Madison beat out both Milwaukee and Chicago, according to a recent study. Our Maddie Heimsch took to the streets to find out more.
As the weather warms up here in Madison, you may see more traffic here on the sidewalks. But what makes those sidewalks safer for day-to-day travel? A study done by 2 national urban design organizations ranked the 101 largest metropolitan areas. Madison falls only below the Salt Lake City area. Heidi Simon, editor for the study, says there's more to safety infrastructure than crosswalks.
Putting a speed limit on a sign is not necessarily always going to do the trick, but we can narrow traffic lanes so that people have to pay attention more and slow down. We can offer visible cues such as trees, signage, even things like benches or art to make sure that drivers are paying attention.
The Vision Zero initiative, adopted by the city in 2020, focuses funding on road safety with the goal of tallying 0 deaths on Madison roads. In its first 2 years, the Vision Zero team reported adjusting speed limits on 18 different city streets. And while Madison may have found itself near the top of the list, experts say there's more work to be done. Reporting in Madison, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. We'll have more on Vision Zero and Madison's pedestrian safety initiatives on News 3 Now at 6.
The stock market continued its climb today. The Dow Jones rose 56 points. The Nasdaq was up 5 and the S&P was up 13, closing at a new record high.
No doubt there are deals to be had at garage sales, but no matter the bargain, there are a few items that you should never buy.
Consumer Reports says there are also a few things to keep in mind when it comes to used lawn tools. Here's our Shane Hogan.
Spring is in the air, and that means pennies on the dollar at the nearest yard sale. Old records and books, kids' clothing, antiques, but Consumer Reports says not everything is as good of a deal as it seems. Take battery-powered lawn tools. The product should come with the charger, extra batteries, and the manual if the seller still has it.
The most important thing you want to know is the age of the tool. If you're buying a mower from someone who's got a ton of trees and not much open grass, you might actually be getting a great deal because that mower may not have been used all that much.
And if you have kids, you know that yard sales can be a great way to get what you need without breaking the bank. But you still have to be careful that the gear you get for your baby is safe.
While it's illegal to sell recalled products, including on the secondhand market, people might not be aware of the law or may not even realize that the product they're selling has been recalled.
And it's not uncommon to find recalled infant sleepers and other products. Cribs with drop-down sides are another dangerous item to never buy. These have been linked to dozens of infant deaths and were banned back in 2011. Even parents planning on using newer cribs still need to be careful.
Sometimes a used crib may be passed on to you disassembled. You won't know if it's missing any hardware unless you have the assembly instructions.
Used car seats are also problematic.
Buying used car seats is not a good idea because you won't reliably know a lot about the seat.
And be careful about buying old used toys. Safe battery compartments have a screw. In Madison, Shane Hogan, News 3 Now.
Now, if you're still considering a used car seat that has no broken or missing parts, and you know it hasn't been in a crash, you'll want to check the seat's expiration date.
Yep, you can find that on the label and in the owner's manual, and make sure that you search for any open recalls on that particular model.
Yep, and coming up next at Live at 4, a star in custody.
We'll have the details on Justin Timberlake's recent arrest and the charges he faces next when Live at 4 returns.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 29th and 30th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 29th and 30th in Spring Green.
We're a really busy family of 6 and moving into a new house, and Empire made it really easy.
They brought samples to our house, quality products, and installation on our schedule.
And we're really happy with everything.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last
Fight the bite and take back your yard. Trust your trained local mosquito squad of South Central Wisconsin to defend against backyard pests. Our pioneered barrier treatment is backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. If a mosquito or tick is peskier than the rest, we will apply another treatment. The season's short in Wisconsin. Don't let mosquitoes and ticks make it any shorter. Call your local mosquito squad of South Central Wisconsin for a free quote. In less than 30 minutes, you'll be on your way to being outside all day.
All month long on Buzzed Into Madison, we are celebrating our hard-working Wisconsin dairy farmers.
And next, Buzzed Into Madison is going to Larson Acres.
Right here in Evansville, Sandy and her family have an amazing story. All that and more on the next Buzzed Into Madison.
Slow down and savor the moment with Madison Magazine. Learn why doing less does a mind and body good. Then welcome to the dinner party. Local experts set the table with tips for an unforgettable event. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
New at 5, Donald Trump is back here in Racine. We'll have the latest from the campaign trail. Promises made and promises kept.
Coming up at 5, the First One weather team will be turning their attention from heat to a line of thunderstorms that will approach the Mississippi River by midnight. Will it make it into southern Wisconsin? At 5.
And ahead at 6, we explore why Madison has been ranked the second safest city in the country for pedestrians. We'll take a look at the city initiatives driving this achievement tonight at 6.
New York's highest court has declined to hear Donald Trump's appeal on the gag order in his hush money case. The gag order issued by Judge Juan Merchan remains in effect. The order was put in place just before the trial started. It bans Trump from making public statements about witnesses, jurors, prosecutors, court staff, or members of their family.
Also in New York, singer Justin Timberlake was arraigned today on account of driving while intoxicated on Long Island. Sag Harbor police say he was observed driving in, quote, an intoxicated condition, weaving in and out of his lane and running a stop sign. He was arrested overnight. Today, Timberlake was released without bail, and his next court date is July 26th. The source with knowledge of the matter says Timberlake left the American Hotel in the area shortly before he was arrested. The former NSYNC member is currently doing a solo tour for his most recent album, Everything I Thought I Was.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, the summer weather is getting a lot of us out in nature, and at the same time, ticks are getting active, and that means Lyme disease.
We're sitting down with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff to hear tips on how you can avoid the disease.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
It's time to let go and move on to something better. At Window World, get a beautiful new patio door professionally installed for just $3,700. Don't wait any longer.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Window World.
Having a softball team come to Madison is very empowering. It's not just about the Mallards.
It feels more inclusive because we're always just watching men's sports.
We are strong. We are brave.
We are empowered.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sono Bello changed my life.
Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Rewards Club members at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison can get a ticket for a promotional drawing by visiting the Rewards Club booth. Promotional drawings can be either physical or virtual tickets. Physical tickets will be placed in a drawing barrel, while virtual tickets can be redeemed at a promotional kiosk. Visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison and grab your tickets at the Rewards Club booth today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Who is she talking to?
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Week. Okay. Hello. This summer is already proving to be a very bad one for ticks.
Doctors are seeing an increase in tick-borne illnesses like Lyme disease, and Wisconsin has one of the highest number of the cases in the country.
Yep, the illness often goes undetected or misdiagnosed. UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is here for his weekly visit. Hi, Dr. Potoff.
Hey, how are you guys?
This is one of the less fun stories of the summer,
for sure.
But it's important. What is Lyme disease?
So Lyme disease is a bacterial infection. Humans, we contract it from ticks, but specifically the deer tick. Other ticks do not transmit it. In symptoms that you get, most everyone will feel fatigue. They'll have muscle aches and pains, joints might hurt, and oftentimes affiliated with a headache. So it can mimic a lot of other things. So the trick with Lyme disease, it's not hard to treat. It's just sometimes hard to know if you have it or not.
We were speaking a little bit off camera about how you can contract it. What is the timeline and how long does it take for somebody to actually get Lyme disease?
Yeah, so this is good information to know. What a lot of people don't know is that if a tick latches onto you, so it's actually attached to your skin, it takes at least 24 hours for it to transmit Lyme to you, sometimes up to 48 hours. So if you are, say, camping or you're out kind of walking in the tall grass, you're thinking, hey, I might have a tick, and you look and you're like, oh my goodness, I do, and you get it off before 24 hours, you're good to go. You don't get Lyme disease. It's when you don't recognize that you have the tick on you and the tick stays on there for days and then eventually drops off when you put yourself at risk of getting Lyme disease.
How do you treat it?
Yeah, so it's actually pretty simple. Doxycycline, a very simple, cheap antibiotic, is how you treat it. You're on that for a good number of days, but not hard to treat, not expensive to treat. It's just knowing that you got to be treated.
And so we just went over how you treat it in the event that you think that you do. Where exactly do you go? Do you have to go to a local like emergency room? Where do you go exactly?
If you think you've been bitten.
Yeah. So let's say like you've been bitten or you've been bitten and you have this classic rash. There's this like target rash that you get. You'd probably call your primary care doctor. They would either talk to you maybe on a virtual visit, maybe have you come in. There's a blood test that we can do to see if you have Lyme disease, and then they would prescribe doxycycline. Lots of times you don't require emergency department treatment or things like that. Not that we don't pull a fair number of ticks off of people that come see us, but for the most part, if you're having symptoms, you call your primary care doctor, say, hey, I think maybe I got something going on here, and they'll take it from there.
But Lyme can be pretty debilitating. I mean, some people develop like chronic symptoms.
Yeah, I think so. Both people who don't realize that they have Lyme disease, they'll be miserable and they'll be trying to figure out, what's going on. At the same time, like that exposure history is probably getting lost in the weeds now because it's been a couple months. Some people do get a chronic Lyme. Now, once you treat it with doxycycline, when we test people's blood, they don't continue to have the bacteria, but we think it maybe sets up a bit of an immune reaction where people can have the most common symptom that persists would be joint pain. They'll have one or two large joints that just seem achy for a really long time, even after they've been treated for Lyme disease.
So you just have to check anytime you're out in nature because they're out with a vengeance right now.
Absolutely, especially in Wisconsin. I think bug repellent, permethrin from your clothes, and then just make sure you're checking yourself, doing tick checks between family members when you're in an environment where you're like, man, I could have really picked up a tick here.
You just pry it off with a tweezers?
You grab it with a tweezers right at the head and you pull straight back. Don't use a lighter, you burn yourself. Don't try like other things, just tweezer at the back of the head, straight pull back. It'll stick just a little bit, it'll pop off and you'll be good.
All right, well, sounds good.
Good.
You bet.
Have a good summer.
You too.
Thanks, Dr. Butler.
bet.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. You're off next week,
That's
right? Okay. Have a good vacation.
See you then.
Let's head over to Kelly for an update on the weather. Hot and sticky. It's a good tick day today. They love this weather.
Yeah, you know, many folks maybe not loving this so much unless maybe you are a beach goer, but we've got this last real hot and humid day. I think we're going to get a little bit of a break tomorrow, but because of the high heat and humidity, which we haven't really had until yesterday, so far this year, we do have an alert day because of some of the heat indices getting up close to 100, even at this hour. There is some relief on the way. There's a cold front marching through Minnesota. That's what's going to be slowly moving through southern Wisconsin tomorrow morning. That will likely give us a little bit of a break. At least we'll get rid of the high heat. I still think it'll be pretty muggy and warm, but at least we're not going to be talking about 90s tomorrow. In fact, we'll start off in the 70s tomorrow morning. So this is starting out at 6:30. You notice we're at 74. But watch as we go through the morning hours. I think we'll get into the low 80s early in the afternoon. But noticing the temperatures to the west really not warming up because of that cold front passing through, and that will bring in more cloud cover and also possibility of a few showers and storms firing up. Most of the storms right now are over Minnesota, and that's where they do actually have a tornado watch in effect through the evening hours. As that first line of storms rolls in later on tonight, probably not until after midnight, those should come in a weakened state. We're not getting anything popped up right now. Our atmosphere is just way too stable to pop any kind of shower or thunderstorm. We will get a little bit more unstable later tonight. So the rain chances this evening pretty minimal. It won't be until probably after midnight, at least in Madison, that we will start to see some showers roll in, maybe a rumble of thunder, then a little bit better chance as we go into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening with more clusters of storms expected. But we've got the heat dome over the eastern part of the United States. It's going to flatten a little bit. The jet stream flattens a little bit as we go throughout the weekend, and that suppresses the heat a little bit further to the south. So I think by Sunday, a noticeable change not only in the heat, but also the humidity coming down by the end of the weekend. Watch on our future track as we go through the evening hours, temperatures near 90, gradually falling through the 80s. That cluster of storms moving through Minnesota and Iowa will come in after midnight in Madison, and noticing how it does weaken because our atmosphere is still pretty stable. Still going to be sticky overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. Can't rule out a spotty shower waking up tomorrow morning. It does not look like much. And noticing temperatures in the low 80s early in the afternoon, but then actually dropping because that front's going to stall right over the Madison area. Could fire up a pretty good cell here and there as we go into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then we'll get a little bit of a break later tomorrow night. All right, as far as rainfall amounts, mainly 1/10 of an inch, but some locations may pick upwards of 1/4 of an inch if you get underneath one of the heavier storms. 90 right now in Madison, 91 in Janesville. The actual temperature not as hot tomorrow and Tuesday. I think we'll get that warm front back north of our area by Friday, so that means a little bit hotter and also a little bit more sticky. Chance of rain will continue on Saturday. A little bit cooler by Sunday going into much of next week.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
All month long on Buzzed Into Madison, we are celebrating our hard-working Wisconsin dairy farmers.
And next, Buzzed Into Madison is going to Larson Acres.
Right here in Evansville, Sandy and her family have an amazing story. All that and more on the next Buzzed Into Madison.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
If your windows are leaky and drafty, it's possible they weren't installed properly. Many installers lack proper training, and shoddy installation leaves your home vulnerable to extreme weather. At Next Door and Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our approach ensures your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. And your windows and doors will be installed by certified experts who treat your home as if it was their own. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Coming up at 5, we'll turn our attention from heat to a line of thunderstorms moving towards southern Wisconsin. Who gets the storms? Again at 5.
And Donald Trump is back here in Racine. We'll have the latest from the campaign trail. Promises made and promises kept.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Take a look at this. Take a look at the moment Willoughby, Ohio firefighter Brian Palladino hops into the window of a moving ambulance to stop it from being stolen, holding on for dear life as the hijacked vehicle careens to a stop, crashing the pilfered piece of machinery into the side of a helipad. It looks like something out of a movie, but it really happened. Palladino says he fought with the fleeing suspect while half of his body was hanging out of the window, and that's how he quickly put an end to the theft. He suffered a few minor injuries, but he's okay. The suspect, however, is facing a litany of charges.
In another example of high-speed hijinks, witnesses watching in shock as this truck was seen traveling backwards on I-90 near Cleveland, Ohio. Cameras captured the moment the vehicle veered onto the busy road. A short time later, you can see a police cruiser catch up to the dangerous driver. No word at this time about what happened to the truck or the person behind the wheel. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Thank you for 29 quick and painless years. Wow, Fry to the rescue since 1995. And Best of Madison's Best Roofer 4 years in a row. We know roofs, and your roof gets the very best gutter system with Fry. It's engineered to withstand the toughest conditions and outperform year-round. 29 years of excellence and 29% off absolute gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule a free consult now at fryconstruction.com.
Empire makes it so easy that you just don't need to shop around.
Real customers share their stories about Empire today.
Everything from the beginning to the end of the process was perfect. It only took 3 days from start to finish. Their installation was unbelievable. I am so glad that we chose Empire. Everything that we need to get it done and get it done right. The new flooring just changes your whole house.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop. There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
That'll do it for Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Jalen's in the newsroom with a look at our coverage moving forward. Jalen?
Tomorrow at Live at 4, we're exploring tourist destinations less traveled with Wendy Gillette. And next at 5, the heat is driving people to cool off however they can. But an incident last summer left worries about safety near the water. We'll show you the new safety measures at the Memorial Union next. Thank you for joining us for Live at 4. News 2 Now at 5 starts right now.